Objective 1. To use the periodic table to infer the physical and chemical properties or characteristics of an element. Question 1. Helium, neon, and krypton are all part of the blank. This means that they are blank to react with other elements. A. Metals, highly likely. B. Metals, not likely. C. Noble gases, highly likely. Or D. Noble gases, not likely. Question 2. Which list of elements consists of a metal, a metalloid, and a nonmetal? A. LINARB. B. SNSI. C. CRMOW. Or D. OSTE. Question 3. Which list includes elements with the most similar chemical properties? A. BrGaHg. B. OSSE. C. CrPbXe. D. NOF. Question 4. Which elements are malleable and good conductors of electricity? A. Iodine and silver. B. Tin and silver. C. Iodine and xenon. D. Tin and xenon. Question 5. Which characteristics describe most nonmetals in the solid phase? A. They are malleable and have metallic luster. B. They are malleable and lack metallic luster. C. They are brittle and have metallic luster. Or D. They are brittle and lack metallic luster. Question 6. Which element is in group 2 and period 7 of the periodic table? A. Magnesium. B. Radium. C. Manganese. D. Radon. Question 7. In the current model of the periodic table of elements, the elements have been placed in groups or families. Why have the elements been arranged in such a way? A. Elements in each group have different densities. B. Elements in each group have different boiling points. C. Elements in each group have similar physical and chemical properties. D. Elements in each group have the ability to chemically react with other elements in that group. Question 8. Which two elements have the most similar chemical properties? Na and Ar, because they are in the same period. B. Ar and As, because they are not metals. C. Na and Rb, because they are in the same group. D. Rb and As, because they are both metals. Question 9. What group do fluorine, chlorine, and bromine belong to? A. Alkali metals. B. Alkaline earth metals. C. Halogens. D. Noble gases. Question 10. What is a characteristic that fluorine, chlorine, and bromine share? A. They are part of the most reactive nonmetals on the periodic table. B. They are part of the least reactive metals on the periodic table. C. They are all good conductors of heat and electricity. Or D. They all have one valence electron. Question 11. What group does lithium, potassium, and cesium belong to? A. Alkali metals. B. Alkaline earth metals. C. Halogens. Or D. Noble gases. Question 12. What is a characteristic that lithium, potassium, and cesium share? A. They have 7 valence electrons. B, they are part of the least reactive group on the periodic table. C, they are all part of the most reactive metals on the periodic table. D, they break easily. Question 13. Which 2 of the following atoms could reside in the same group? A and B, because both have 1 valence electron. B, A and C, because both have 3 orbitals. C, B and C, because both are nonmetals. D, none are in the same group because they all have different numbers of neutrons. Objective 2. To use the periodic table to determine the structure of an atom for a given element. Question 14. The elements of the periodic table are arranged in horizontal rows according to the increasing blank for each element from left to right. A, atomic mass. B, number of protons. C, energy. D, number of neutrons. Question 15. An element and an atom are different but related because A, a single element is made up of many different types of atoms. B, a molecule is the same as an atom. C, an element is made up of all the same type of atom. Or D, an element is smaller than an atom. For question 16, decide if the statement is true or false and the correct reason why. Question 16. Neutrons and electrons are attracted to one another. A, true because neutrons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged. B, true because they both have no charge. C, false because they both are negatively charged. Or D, false because only neutrons have no charge. Use the Bohr model to the right to answer questions 17 and 18. Question 17. What element does this Bohr model represent? A, iron. B, silicon. C, magnesium. D, aluminum. Question 18. How many electrons are in the valence shell? A, 13. B, 3. C, 2. D, 8. Question 19. How do you know an atom with 6 electrons in the second orbital and none in the third orbital is oxygen? A, because oxygen has 6 electrons. B, because oxygen has 8 electrons with 2 on the first orbital. C, it actually is not oxygen. D, because oxygen has 6 electrons on both the first and second orbital.